Howard County 911. We missed a call from you?
Yes, I have a lady stuck in a building over here, and the water's getting higher and higher on her.
Tell me, how much water is in the building now?
It's going halfway up the inside of the building. She's right now standing on top of her counter, screaming at the top of her lungs. God, this is worse than the last one.
Howard County 911, what's the location of your emergency?
T on the Tiber, Ellicott City, Maryland.
Is everybody out of the building?
No, we can't get out. It's flooding. Please help us. There's
All
15 of us.
All right.
Okay. Well, are we going to die, ma'am? Is this so
No, honey, I'm going to do my best so that does not happen, okay? Howard County 911, what's the location of your emergency?
8016 Main Street. What should we do?
It's 8016 Main Street.
Yes.
What business are you in, ma'am?
It's above the Summer of Love. We're on the second and third floor, which is my home.
Okay. Is your home flooding?
Yes, we're flooding from the back as well.
All right. Listen, we're going to have the fire department come over, but all of Main Street is flooded, so just hang tight, stay as high as you can, okay?
Okay, and we got as many people out of their shops as we could.
All right, listen, ma'am. We'll be there as soon as we can, but I have to...
On May 27, 2018, the historic town of Ellicott City, Maryland, was devastated by a flash flood, killing one man and leaving a path of destruction behind. They called it a 1-in-1,000-year flood. Except for Ellicott City, this was their second in 2 years. Many business and homeowners had recently rebuilt and reopened shop after the 2016 flash flood left a similar line of destruction behind. 7 days after the floodwaters subsided, I toured down Main Street and spoke with home and business owners who feel more could have been done to prevent the flooding. Main Street, in Ellicott City, spans a mile long and connects the West End, which consists mainly of residential homes, to the downtown business district. 2 old channels run by Main Street leading into the Patapsco River, leaving both severely affected by the flash floods.
I have a home right here on West End, and I have a business downtown. Both of them are trashed in 2011, 2016, 2018.
Because I've been saying for the last 22 months this could happen every day. And I feel like that, in some ways, has fallen on deaf ears.
Beth Woodruff, whose house sits to your right, and her West End neighbors experienced 5 feet of rushing water where we're driving. Despite attending meetings and voicing their opinions on resolutions, neighbors were disappointed in the lack of detail and urgency they felt was necessary to protect them from future storms.
I don't know that we could have accomplished all of the things that we need to, and I know that funding is a real issue for us, but honestly, we all knew this was coming. Every study told us it was coming, and this is a lack of implementation.
The city was recently allotted a budget to begin implementation of some projects starting July 1st, 2018.
This town cannot be fixed with what the county is proposing.
The proposal includes multiple water management projects that cost up to $84 million and span years until completion.
We had to get the state involved, state roads. We had to get all the approvals, and bureaucracy is not a good answer. It just is what is happening, and that's going forward right in front of Beth South, right over here. We are replacing the underground culvert that goes and runs all the way over here to behind these houses. It's being enlarged to take on more water. Because what's been
Citizens in the city agree that many factors come into play while analyzing the city's flooding issue. Ellicott City was designed to channel water through the center of town. The Ellicott brothers, 250 years ago, laid out the streets to take advantage of the area's natural topography to speed water through the town's mills. Residents point to additional key factors such as poor water management, new infrastructure creating even steeper and faster water flow, and climate change.
How long this takes to implement these changes, the climate's changing far more rapidly than any government or any human entity can respond to it.
So the water comes across the road from where Beth lives, and it follows what is the channel. You can maybe even see through the trees there. There's a rock fall there that, again, is to bring water from another area. You can see we're walking on basically where the water was, and this is dirt from the riverbed.
As you can see, these historic channels follow a windy path and when combined with rushing and rising water, result in large waves pouring onto community streets. In 2016, the flood created an 8-foot wave. In 2018, where you are standing, you would have been waist to neck deep in rushing water.
There are no 90-degree angles in nature.
And there are plenty of them in Ellicott City.
The power and speed of these waves were so strong they collapsed many pieces of land. Where you are currently standing, from the orange cone on your left to the rock pile on your right, had completely sunken into the river, leaving an 8-foot deep hole. With all the damage done, the silver lining of preparedness previous floods have taught the community didn't go unnoticed. Beth Woodruff said in 2016 they were left to set up their own disaster relief zone outside, under a tent, with a case of water and what she said was begging the Red Cross to give them assistance. Within a day of the 2018 flood, St. Peter's Episcopal Church was prepared as a disaster relief zone and stocked with donations from outside sources, such as food, supplies, and emotional support.
So this is what's happened. We have gotten donation after donation. These are we created these. We're calling them blessing buckets. It's made up of various things that have been donated by people from all over the area. It gives everybody a starter kit, sort of to start cleaning their house. And these are blessing bags. This is food. So because a lot of people lost power and refrigeration, therefore. And these are all non-perishable things they can eat at any time in any place.
He was saying that the water was up to the molding here, and this time just down to the bottom molding.
Oh, wow.
But the basement was...
Although the Singh family had far less water spill onto their second floor, Surinder Singh explains that his basement was once again destroyed and that this would be the third time he's been forced to replace his wood flooring due to the floods. Singh, like many other residents, asked Councilman Weinstein about the city's willingness to buy his home due to the redundancy of repairs he's had to make. Here, you can see another spot where the powerful wave took out a piece of land. In this case, it was the Singh family's newly renovated driveway from when the 2016 flash flood destroyed it.
If you go to the county council website,
As we continue to walk, take notice to your left, where the basements of these row houses were all blown out.
So this is some more...
This is probably the most dramatic.
So you
The water just came off of this street and blew the whole back out. Oh, wow. That was a framed door exit, at grade exit.
You're looking at one of the many homes whose basement walls were knocked down, leaving holes from the street to their backyard.
The storm was bigger, the rain amount was more, and the total flooding was more.
The power of the flood also took out where a large street once stood, in between the White Cottage and the construction Caterpillar. Councilman Weinstein said they don't qualify for federal assistance because of the small size of their town and that the help that they needed was unavailable. Even the federal assistance the county received was very limited, leaving many to fend for themselves.
Because Ellicott City is not an incorporated town and because we're such a small part of the county, we didn't qualify last time for individual assistance like they did in Houston or other bigger places when flooding comes in.
Beth Woodruff stated that her damage falls in between what is accepted by her flood insurance and her homeowner's insurance, leaving her with no coverage.
As a single mom and with one income, it's a big challenge for me.
I have flood insurance. It's going to skyrocket after this flood. It's not affordable anymore.
And the last time we had the flood, it was, I would say universal, but it was near universal in that everybody wanted to come down. There was an absolute, how dare you do this to us? We're Ellicott City, EC Strong is what popped up, and not only did this community here on the west end of town rally together to help each other, but so did the business district and the main street, that in total people are trying to decide what to do.
For the next few months, recovery efforts will continue to occur in the small town of Ellicott City. Support for the community stands strong, but the faith many members have in rebuilding and their future in the town is unknown.
Because as a business owner, I have to take care of that building. I have 29 years of investment in that place. I just don't know if I can afford it. I'm still paying for the damage the last time, as so many of us are.
I personally wish that the county or the state would come buy all our homes, because this water problem's not going to be fixed.
We're trapped. Unless we go bankrupt, we cannot leave. We need FEMA and the county and the state to get serious. They cannot fix this right now. I hope that the county will stop saying to us that we're strong and we need to rebuild, because it's absolutely reckless. We're strong, but we're not stupid.
The question of whether living in this historic town is worth the cost they've had to endure continues to circulate. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Dima Zain in Ellicott City, Maryland.